right, everybody. I'm T-Dog, and welcome to the 724 Mancave podcast. Welcome, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
We got my boy, Alec Gizmo. I'm T-Dog, of course. We're here at the Mancave bar located on College Hill in Beaver Falls.
That's where you live, I think so,
yeah. We'll edit that.
I think that's where you live.
Yeah, right. We're on College Hill in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. And so I think first thing on our docket here today is we're going to talk about the biggest thing going on in football.
Let me hear what's on your mind.
So, Alec wanted me to talk about something else. I literally pulled a presidential move and just vetoed that bullshit.
Just because it's his fucking house. Can you believe that shit?
It's exactly what I did. I don't even care because I'm rocking the jersey today. I rock a new jersey like every single week. At least it seems. But
yeah, this is my first day with the jersey on.
My boy's fucking thrown again. There we go.
Yeah,
he shaved that fucking batch of pubes on his face.
Looks like a man again.
Right? He shaved the bear off of his chest.
He probably just fucking cut the pelt off that bear, fucking stuck it on.
But he's chucking a ball again. Yeah. He's chucking a ball, man. What do you think?
I think the AFC should be scared again. That's what I believe, dude. I'm telling you, dude. You seen the videos. Juju, DJ, Chase, fucking Ebron. All these guys are pumped, dude. Like, you know how good of a year it's about to be? All these guys are locked in, dude. I'm telling you.
Dude,
nobody wants to play the Steelers next year, dude.
I don't give a fuck. Jimmy? You guys can keep talking.
I don't care who we play. The only person I'm worried about is Mahomes. Jackson, I'm not worried about.
Jay Glazer just called him fat. He's pissed.
Jay Glazer's fat.
he is kind of a round fucking little ball, but he's a nice guy, though. I did get to meet him. He's cool. But
okay, well,
overall,
Jay Glazer.
Well, no, I mean, he's still, he does work out a bunch. But
he is a trainer. But, dude, I'm telling you, the AFC should be scared right now, dude. Listen, they say people that get this injury might come back even better. He has a brand new arm.
Was this the same thing that Drew Brees did?
No, Drew Brees had like a ligament tear in his finger.
I thought it was in his throwing shoulder.
It was in his hand because I remember he tried to pick up the ball.
Not last year. I'm talking about when he came back from the Chargers.
Oh, I don't remember. Dude.
I thought it was that.
I don't remember.
29 viewers. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, guys.
We're also on Facebook Live. Anybody? We also have a Facebook page on here.
Yeah.
But
724 Man Cave Podcast. I was gonna hop onto this is kind of something Gizmo can give us some input on. So. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the video of Big Ben chucking a ball again.
I've seen
it's a whole hype video.
We can throw it on the screen as we're talking about it.
Okay.
Like on the video. It'll be edited in.
Sweet,
It'll be right here what they're talking about.
We definitely can just drop a link wherever. I'm sure a lot of people have
nose.
seen it. But Governor Wolf is giving Ben shit for getting a haircut.
Because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, everyone was giving Ben a lot of
what are your
probably
thoughts
because
on
of
that?
Governor Wolf. I don't know. I mean, he needed his fucking head cut. Like, he needed his beard trimmed. He was looking like
Ben
a
looks good
straggled. Yeah, he looks good again.
He's just a little bit jealous, that's all.
I mean, he probably followed the safety measures and did everything the right way. We'll just go with that. I don't know why he'd still give him shit. But.
I don't want to steer too far away from this conversation, dude, but I'm telling you,
the AFC should be scared.
This is Ben's year, dude. I'm sorry. I'm so hyped up this year, dude.
Did anyone see where they were filming at for the video?
Wasn't it like Latrobe or something?
We got the comments on the screen.
That was Quaker Valley High School.
Was that really?
That was Quaker Valley.
Imagine if I was driving on 65 and see that, I'm stopping.
Oh, I'm bringing a fucking full size helmet and a Prisma pen.
Here, take it.
Ben, Juju, Deontay, please come here, pal.
Sign my helmet.
Oh, dude, that'd be nuts.
Man, take it.
Someone asked if you remember the movie where the kid breaks his arm and then was throwing in the MLB.
I sure hope Ben is. I can't remember the kid's name, but I think he played.
I've never seen it.
Who was it?
Know.
What are we talking about here? The
right
Cleveland
here.
Indians?
I think it's called The Kid. The
broke
movie is
his
called
arm
The Kid, or The Rookie. No, it's called The Rookie.
Oh, I never seen it.
The Rookie. But to our next big football subject. This was supposed to be the number one, but I was like, fuck that. I could give a shit. Dak Prescott turning down $175 million.
That's a lot of money to turn down.
Let me know what you think.
For how many years?
Tell me your thoughts.
How many years was it? Was the contract?
I want to say it was 5 years.
5 year.
5 years.
5 years, so...
He'd be the highest paid quarterback of all time.
$35 million.
Yeah, he's stupid.
Highest paid player of all time.
He's dumb.
Highest paid player?
Dude. Wait, for who? What team?
Dallas
Cowboys. Cowboys. And that's where he's playing now, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys say it didn't happen. They say he didn't turn down that much money.
Because they don't want to.
Because we didn't offer that. But even then, you know what Arthur Mote said? Speaking of, shout out to Arthur Mote's Experience with Deke. Amazing podcast. I listen to that shit almost every other day.
This is a Pittsburgh podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, let's give a shout out to Steel City Harley Davidson while we have some time.
Oh, yeah. We really didn't give a shout out to
our
sponsors.
What the hell? We got in there with Big Ben.
I was so excited. I was amped up with the jersey.
I was too, man.
But shout out to Steel City Harley Davidson. We got the stuff back up. Do we have their advertisement stuff? They're based out of Washington.
Oh yeah,
Based out of Washington.
PA. I can
Yeah.
pull it up on the screen.
Yeah, pull it up here.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
talk
they got
about it.
Harleys.
We'll take our
use
first little
Harleys.
break with them.
Yeah.
So to keep that going, Dak turned out $175 million and make him the highest paid player of all time. From what I kind of heard, he's saying no because he was paid so little as a 4th-round draft pick.
Well, he's a 4th-round draft pick.
I mean, even then, you're still have to make a ton of fucking money.
Dude.
Who cares? Take it.
My thing about it
That's
is,
a lot of
if
money.
he turned down $35 million, what do you think Mahomes is going to ask for? He's going to be the first quarterback to get $250 million.
He's gonna ask for 25 states. Like I'm saying, he wants to just own 25 states in America. Like
Mahomes Nation.
Yeah, he's gonna own his own country by the time he's done.
I hate Mahomes.
No, but actually, what I was getting ready to say, what Arthur Moat said is, if there's an NFL rumor, more than likely it's true.
Mm.
I really think that they offered him $175 million and he said no.
Well, dude, he's not even the best quarterback in his division, I think.
He's not even the best quarterback in Cowboys history. He's fifth on the list.
Yeah.
Maybe fourth.
That team he has around him, dude, that's Tony Romo's team. You know what I
I
mean?
wouldn't call it that.
That line was built to protect Tony Romo. What do you mean?
That fuck was Amari Cooper. Jason Witten just left.
Yeah, he came back.
You can't say it.
Yeah, make sure that mic doesn't fall to you. You're good. Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't-
You can't say it's a quarterback's team because the quarterback didn't build the team. They drafted an offensive line to protect their quarterback, but not their team.
I just don't think Dak deserves that much.
Dak has done nothing. Ryan said
Dak
that.
has, no, Dak has
I
done
agree
something.
with
Though.
that.
Think about it. He's in the playoffs
Yeah,
here. Last year was a down year for them.
He's a very pedestrian quarterback. I think when he retires, he would be known as a Tommy Maddox type player. I think he'd be known as a Jim McMahon type player. Jim McMahon was a good quarterback. Even a Trent Dilfer. Even Donovan. I could see a Donovan McNabb comparison as far as completion in his career.
He's actually not too inconsistent though.
Yeah, I think it depends on what happens here.
Too big of expectations.
If I was the Cowboys in this position and I had Dak Prescott just turn down $175 million, we'll see you, buddy. Have fun.
Maybe you don't know.
We paid you $2 or $3 million. We got a lot of fucking use out of you.
That team's built around Zeke anyway, but
Andy Dalton, I don't think it's terrible.
I don't think he can win a Super Bowl.
He was in a really bad. Are the Cowboys ever going to win a fucking Super Bowl? Honestly,
with Dak, yeah, maybe one day. They got Mike McCarthy now, dude. They have a whole new coach. What? He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, so did a lot of people.
That's like saying that Mike Tomlin's not a good coach.
I'm not saying he's not good, but he won 2 Super Bowls.
Oh, okay. This motherfucker.
Only 2 to be good.
You got a point. You got a point.
Yeah, he did win 1. He only won 1. Yeah, he only won 1. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Been to 2.
Bill Cowher's won 2.
Bill Cowher's won 1.
Yeah, he's won 1. Been to 2. They both been to 2, won 1. But even then, I'm not saying that he's not a good coach, but I think a coach only plays so much into it.
I think they play all into it.
Yeah, I'm not saying to a point it doesn't, but I'm saying it still comes down to talent. Still comes down to people executing.
Harbaugh is a great coach.
And that's Jerry Jones' team. At the end of the day, no matter what that coach says, Jerry Jones owns that fucking squad. Yeah. And if he wants something to happen,
it's gonna happen.
It's literally like the Raiders effect, with
what's it, Al Davis?
Yeah, Al Davis effect. He was just he drafted a kicker in the first fucking round before. I'm like, what? You drafted a kicker?
John Curtin fucking.
At one point, he said he was legit just drafting the fastest player in the NFL, and that was his first round draft pick. He drafted Darius Hayward-Bay 8th overall.
Yeah, he was great pick, buddy.
He played for us, and he wasn't bad as a special teamer.
He caught 4 touchdowns, man.
Yeah, but overall, just when owners factor way too much into what's going on.
There's not levels of control though.
Yeah,
there has to be a certain level of control with that. The GM can't be going into the locker room with the team.
Yeah, you have to. Well, the GM's okay, but not the owner.
Jerry Jones is the GM too.
He's the GM too.
Yeah.
Oh wow. See that's the problem.
That's what I mean.
Jerry Jones makes every single decision.
Money. He just wants to do everything with it.
Yeah. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. He's here to sell tickets. He's not here to win ball games. But I'm sure he is. So on to the next subject, because I'm sick and tired of talking about the Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on. Before we start that subject, though, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors now. We've been in here for about 11 minutes. Haven't mentioned our sponsor of the
Steel City
podcast.
Harley Davidson. This podcast is brought to you entirely by them at this point. They're our only sponsor, the only people giving us any sort of love really as far as that goes. They're located at 1375 Washington Road in Washington, Pennsylvania. Go give them a shout out. Go see if you can go get yourself a bike.
New inventory in stock. They do financing for you guys. They got the manufacturing shop right on site. They'll fix it for you too, right there.
And they're open.
They are open.
10 to 6. Almost every day. Besides.
Give them a call. That phone number 724-225-7020.
I want to thank you guys for the sponsorship.
Thanks for the love.
And you guys that are bikers out there, go see them and tell them you heard their name from us.
Yep.
Go get a moped. Even just go check out the showroom. It's
a
fun day out.
They have apparel there as well.
Yeah,
even like the t-shirts we have back here, they have those as well. They have hats and they got everything. And even like leather. We should get leather jackets and wear them on here.
That'd be the funniest shit.
Still cold the beers. You know what I mean? One more thing I want to do too. While we're mentioning sponsors, I have a LLC business that wanted to be a shout out tonight. Seth Gossick and Peter Lyons, All In Moving. Guys,
check them out.
Good
All
dudes.
In Moving 2863@gmail.com.
Throw them the cards.
Oh, you want the card here, buddy?
Yeah.
That was the best throw I could have ever made.
We'll put it in the shot. Go follow them.
How about that?
Go give them a call.
Give 'em a shout
Great
out.
guys, great personalities, get the job done on time. It's all right though. But anyway,
So next,
thank you to the sponsors. T-Dog, I know you have some good stuff up there.
Oh, I'm so pumped to talk Steeler football right now. So the next thing I was really excited to talk about, I almost wore his jersey down here tonight, but Big Ben, of course, is chucking a ball again, so I got to be excited for that. TJ Watt.
Okay.
The dude just is electrifying. In a locker room, outside of a locker room, on a field, I'm sure in the bedroom, the whole 9 yards. The dude is just an outstanding dude. So
10s across the board.
The Steelers just drafted basically either a potential replacement for Bud Dupree, a backup role player. Alex Highsmith was a third-round draft pick. That's a pretty high pick for an outside linebacker.
Especially not from a big-name school.
For some people, that could be intimidating, being drafted, like having a high draft pick come in to your position room. Cheers, boys.
Alec, you son of a bitch.
Save it. There you go. There you go. Wow, he just spilled that shit.
I knew he was going to hit it.
I knew it.
Let me get a paper towel. We'll take a little
There we
breather
go.
here.
And we're live.
Keep
Sorry,
everything on. Keep everything
it's
on.
all right. I'll
We're
keep
good. Just wipe
talking.
the
I'll keep
iPad
talking.
off. Keep talking about
You're
it.
good. There's not that much. It's fine, buddy.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah, I got picked up pretty quick.
There ain't much there.
Sorry, Gizmo. But it's all right. That's going to get us big right there. That's going to be on CNN tomorrow.
Right. Someone cares about that.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Jimmy, can you take my phone off the Wi-Fi? It'll do fine on the...
Yeah, definitely hop off
towers.
the Wi-Fi.
First thing keeps...
Sorry, T-Dog. Sorry, Gizmo.
You're fine.
You want to hop back on that real quick? We were talking about TJ Watt's leadership here.
Here, let me see that towel.
The dude is outstanding. They just drafted Alex Highsmith. And like I said, it could be very intimidating for an NFL player to
Go
have
back on. That's good.
a high draft pick drafted in the same position room as you.
Can't believe I just did that.
Yeah,
I
I
knew they were going to do it.
Dude, that's
the
a
first
butter
swing
on
you
my-
took like this, I was like, he's going to
Dude,
drop my beer.
So everybody knew what
Perfectly.
happened? Alec is a dago, and he swings his arms around every time he talks. I do it
And
too,
boobity
but
boobity beebity babbity.
He's the reason for all the tapping in this microphone. That's it.
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
I have funded a lot of money.
he does a lot though.
But
He
anyway.
takes care of us. we
Tino,
take
I want to
care
get
of
back to
him.
this because this is an interesting topic for me.
So-
'Cause my thing about it is, real
Don't
quick,
keep talking over each other.
we're not. I just think the Highsmith pick, I like it because he's a talented player. I
Oh,
think he
I love
comes in and makes a Hargrave impact. But
Shut him up.
I don't
he'll be a
think
nice
he's
role
a,
player.
I think they're going to keep Dupree as long as he's doing
Oh,
good.
I think they're
The
going
one
to
you
keep
didn't
Dupree
score.
too, but even then,
The
you
one
still
you
need
didn't.
that other guy to come in and rotate, and I think that's what Highsmith is for. They just drafted the best player available, and it was Alex Highsmith. I'm so glad that we drafted him.
They knew who they wanted.
But on to TJ Watt about him. So a lot of people would take that almost offensively to say, we don't need any help over here. We're good. But TJ pretty much offered a hand. He offered to be his mentor. So if you have any questions, come give me a hand. Can you pull up his quotes up here, buddy? I think we have some quotes on TJ Watt.
Yeah, TJ
Well,
Watt.
his
that
brother's the
top
same
tap
way,
there.
dude. You know what I mean? Like, that's a good
Yeah.
fan. You know what I mean? They're
I'm here
good
to help
people.
him as much as I possibly can. I mean, they talked about him for a good minute. It's been going really well, Watt said. I think just like anything, it's an adjustment period for a lot of us going up through the draft process. A lot of coaches always like to ask you, how do you learn? Because they were always interested. We have so many people coming from different backgrounds that learn differently, and some people, this is a whole wasted quote. This is about the virtual off season. I apologize.
Yeah.
But here, scroll down a little bit more. He starts talking about, let's see.
Either way,
Okay.
though, dude, you got to be happy to see him step up as a leader, though, and taking
Yeah.
that role because we don't have a lot right
Big
now.
Ben didn't do that with Mason. Dude,
I don't like Mason. I mean, but I don't care.
I mean, even then, imagine having a quarterback who's actually going to come through and say, "Look, bro, this is what you're doing wrong. Put that quote back up. I need to read that." But here's what TJ said about Alex Highsmith. Yeah, I think a big beneficiary for me is once Alex was drafted, I kind of reached out to him and we've talked a lot on the side. And I just told him from the start, if you have any, you're good. That if you have any questions, don't feel like you're bothering me at all. You can always reach out to me, whether it's anything from drill work to an actual alignment, or if it's an assignment. He's going to get the same playbook that I have, and I've been doing it for 3 years now. You know, so
the leadership qualities.
That's awesome.
But that's the thing, is a player like that, I don't mind giving them $20 million a year. He'll be productive his whole career. You know what I mean?
I love TJ.
The thing is I like Dupree a lot too.
They can keep them both. They can keep all three.
He's going to be on a rookie deal.
Yeah, he's going to be cheap for 4 years.
And you never know how good his special teams even too. I don't know how he would.
Most high draft picks stay here for 4 years unless you're really bad. Because even Artie Burns was really, really fucking bad.
He did good his rookie year, I think.
His rookie year was his only good year. After
that,
that,
I
was
watched
literally
people walk into the end zone.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. So, speaking of watching some football.
Watch football on your new Steel City Harley-Davidson motorcycle.
You're
Located
right.
in Washington, PA. Go check them out.
Speaking of season ticket holders, you can definitely take your Steel City Harley-Davidson motorcycle down to a Steeler game to go to
tailgate.
Definitely can. We're going to have a free tailgate at every single Steeler game, speaking of.
Cheers, Nathan.
But while we're talking about Steelers games, Steelers tickets, the Steelers just dropped individual ticket sales today at 10 a.m. And before this, they required payment from all the season ticket holders, despite
already pre-owned.
Well, no, despite not knowing what's happening with COVID-19 and actually being able to attend the games.
They're getting desperate.
I'm sure they got to pay their bills still.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
they got a
mortgage.
mortgage.
Feels cheaper right now, or whatever it is. They don't own the mortgage for that. Someone else owns that.
What do they have to say about it?
But they also only sold 50% of their individual tickets right now.
Well, they don't. Are they doing the whole social distancing thing for Steeler games?
I think they're just kind of
being proactive with these limited amount of tickets as we're preparing for possible social distancing.
But like, what's going to happen? People want food, vendors. You know,
What's
people go use the restroom.
I think they're more worried about actually people being allowed to go into the game first. But I think if that happens, I think everything's going to be back to normal. Hopefully, very, very soon.
I heard that
hopefully,
the games aren't going to be
different.
Steel City Harley-Davidson there. I don't know though. That's what I heard. That's the word on the street.
Maybe if you drive your nice fat Harley in there, you might be good.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's pretty crazy. You know, like they haven't said anything about refunds. They haven't said how they're going to refund money if there are no games. We're talking about a virtual audience.
No, I refuse. I won't even watch football.
It's gonna be mad.
Dude, the audience is like don't get me wrong. The players make a game, but the audience make the players. You know what I mean? Like the players love having fans there. Yeah. They don't want to do that shit without fans.
Oh yeah, well even just from like a defensive standpoint, that really plays a big factor into the opposing offense coming into your field. You know, like you got James Harrison screaming "fuck you" at your face. Like it's pretty intimidating. You know, like they have the whole renegade thing happening. The offense can hear
all their play calls clear. There's no disruption with that. You know what I mean? Well, the snaps are all perfectly heard. You know what I mean? There's no, you can't. The snap count you hear it.
Yeah, definitely.
There's nothing you can do about it now.
Well, semi-pro. I played semi-pro football.
Okay.
And there were barely any fans there at all. So I guess I could be I could be insider knowledge on how it is to play a football game with no fucking sound. And
played a game at Riverside High School. I don't know.
Honestly, you can almost hear the plays in the other huddle. That's kind of a thing too, but you can really focus a lot more. But I mean, it definitely is nice to hear.
It's boring at that point.
It kind of is to a point, but I mean, even then, you still got your teammates cheering for you. That's because honestly, no matter what you're doing in football, that's the first place I'm looking to for like clout. You know what I mean? Like as soon as I make a big play, I'm not looking in the stands to see who's like, "Yo, Tito, what's up, mother?" Good play. I'm looking to see my boys looking like, yeah, man, nice tackle. You laid that motherfucker out, bro. Yeah. Then I do the whole dust off the cast and get back in the huddle. Yeah, man, high school, I made a big-ass tackle in the backfield after I broke my arm the first game back. I got up and dusted off my fucking cast.
Bro, I started
and hopped back in.
That was probably hilarious.
Bro, I couldn't stop laughing.
This is probably live.
I was trying to fuck cheerleaders. It was a thing, you know?
Clout.
We doing it all for clout.
But, you know what I mean? Either way, though, dude. Like,
yes, I mean, I think that's a big deal. If you don't have any fans there.
I mean, dude, you gotta think about it. They're losing so much money in ticket sales. And, dude.
What's the next topic? Fuck the Steelers.
It's just crazy.
I'm kidding.
What?
I love the
Fuck
Steelers.
you.
I'm saying fuck Highfield.
No, last football. Last football subject we have here is who is the most underrated player on our team right now? Offense, defense, just overall most underrated player on the team. You think Benny Snow?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why.
I mean, dude, think about it. He has 2 people to play. No, actually, most underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Benny Snell right now because I think DJ's getting a lot of hype right now. I think Juju's the most overrated player on our team. James Washington's underrated, but I think Benny Snell, like, dude, if he gets a whole year of healthy 16 games to play and prove himself, he'll get 1,000 yards rushing. He'll get at least 7-8 touchdowns. He may not be a big receiving threat, but he's a Steeler running back, dude. He runs hard. He runs low. I don't think James Conner hasn't played one healthy season. He's been hurt every fucking game.
True.
Not every game, but he missed half the year last year.
I always have.
And Benny Snell, dude, I'm telling you, and he's been training, bro. He's gonna be all right.
I hope so.
I think he's gonna come out on fire this year.
Yeah, just about. I think the most underrated player on our team, I'm gonna go with like 1-2 punch. Since you had more than one, the first one I'm gonna go Zach Banner.
Okay.
He's extremely underrated. Well, actually,
I like that.
The first one should be Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson is extremely underrated.
That's the best one.
Deontay Johnson.
I think he's
not underrated.
I don't think he's underrated, but
I mean, he's definitely got a lot of hype. I think.
I don't know.
I mean, he's a good player, but I think a lot of people think that he's a good player. I don't think Skipper's underrated. I really don't think Skipper's very good. I just had somebody say, "Choose our Skipper." I think he's okay, but I think he's a preseason hero, just like Isaac Redman was.
I don't think Deontay Johnson is underrated just because of the fact that he has a lot of expectations for this coming year.
I expect him to be a really good slot receiver.
Oh, dude, I expect him to be a great slot receiver.
And if he's not that, then he's overrated. So you can't really go from underrated to overrated so quickly.
I can see him making some impact.
You know what I mean? Like underrated, Steven Nelson's not even on the radar as far as being a good DB in the NFL. And Zach Banner isn't even considered a really good offensive lineman for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was our highest.
He has a good line.
He was last year we were fucking god awful. I wouldn't say we were god awful, but we didn't do very good.
We didn't have fucking a quarterback that was afraid to leave the pocket.
I mean, I get that too. But
well, we got to stop because we got to move on to other topics that we have said. We've been on the Steelers for a while. Gizmo, I think
I haven't said a word for half the podcast.
Wrap up our topic here pretty much. But I think Zach Banner, Steven Nelson, very underrated. He's not even on anybody's radar. None. Those are my two: Zach Banner, Steven Nelson. Okay. So next we can transfer over to World News. Over to Gizmo.
What's going on?
What's going on in the world?
Not even on the list. I want to talk about today. It was announced that in Pennsylvania now, Governor Wolf signs the cocktails to go bill. You can now, because of Memorial Day, he did it for Memorial Day. You can now order liquor to go at any restaurant you want.
What do you mean liquor to go?
Like any mixed drink, anything you want. Like
so if me and you were
cocktail to go.
Talking about $6 beer from Applebee's.
So today we can do that?
Yeah, up through whenever this bill ends. But El Paso sells 1-gallon jugs of margaritas. So if our El Paso is doing that around here, I'm
getting
lit.
Dude, I should do that right
doing
now.
that.
What time are they open till?
Every day. Probably 8. Everything still goes at 8, I think.
That's balls.
But that is crazy.
Well, I'm saying, dude, think about it. They're like, a gallon of margarita, you'll be messed up for the whole weekend. What do you mean?
That's for a party.
So, Gizmo, can we do, like, Jaeger bombs to go?
Jug. You can drink a gallon.
I'm not the bartender. I don't know, Alec. But I'm just cocktail. It's a cocktail.
I know that, but I'm saying, like, can they do, like, hey, can I get, like, a Jaeger bomb to go? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a shot.
Yeah, that's a shot. Yeah, they're just doing...
Buy your own goddamn Jägermeister, you cheap fuck.
Probably. But no, other than that, I want to know, since I already mentioned it, what are your Memorial Day plans for this coming Monday afternoon?
I'm going to camp tomorrow. We have a camp up in, like, Tyneston near
Nesta Camp. We had great times up there.
Don't remind me.
Cook's Forest. So I'll go up there. Remind me. We'll throw down on the hibachi grill for a minute. Do some of that. Grill? Yeah, just like a flat top.
Never did
that. We
can
smash burgers.
No. Let's make some hibachi, and then we'll do we're making steak fajitas. I'm gonna make steak fajitas, and my sister's
you're gonna whip
hibachi. It up. Yeah. Shout out Sissy Girl.
Yeah. Alec, what are you doing?
Well, tonight I am making a podcast with my best friends.
Memorial Day, you fuck.
For Memorial Day this weekend, we're going up to camp. We're going up to camp up in Palmatooning. Our whole family's up there. My uncles, they go up to camp. We're up there.
Zach's going up there too.
Yeah, everyone's going to be up there, dude. A lot of my family, but usually we'll go up there every year. But my dad's going to be up there. My mom, dogs, brothers, their wives, their families. My uncles, their families.
That's crazy.
And then I'm riding up with my cousin and her boyfriend tomorrow morning. So probably go fish, try to catch some lips.
I don't
drink some beer.
Catch some lips. That's funny.
You know what I mean?
Bass fishing then?
Probably just go on the crap. I fucking know it's going in the creek. They don't even have a license.
No, okay, so probably trouble.
I'm just gonna do it under the radar.
Under the radar. Well, there's some free fishing days.
Well, dude, we had a good time up there when we went.
Oh,
you got to come up to the camp.
We drank.
I have no Memorial Day plans. I have zero plans. If anyone wants to invite me to their Memorial Day cookout, hit me up. I need something to do on Memorial Day. You guys are going camping.
You want to come up to the camp?
You can come up.
You can come up to my camp.
Come hang out.
Hey, Kelsey, you want to camp this weekend? You guys are more than welcome.
Have no plans. Need to do something.
You're more than welcome. See, that's the genuine C I have inside me.
Slide
my friends are my family. You
Best
know what I mean?
Right,
you goddamn right, Gizmo.
Number one guy.
You son of a bitch.
He's a good guy.
I'm a good fella.
All right, so speaking of good fellas, why don't you check our friends over out at Steel City Harley Davidson, where they're selling pre-owned, I believe,
brand new,
probably 2019, 2020,
certified pre-owned,
and brand new Harleys.
Oh, those are still under warranty. You don't think they're
they're still under warranty. And someone's here who's joining the podcast, and it's Zach. And also, what I wanted to talk about on the podcast.
Zach brought a dead animal into the house.
Speaking of podcasts, is Joe Rogan just signed a deal with Spotify for $100 million plus.
And that's going to be only on Spotify.
To move all this content from YouTube to Spotify.
So, essentially, Spotify is a Steel City Harley Davidson.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, he'll make $100 million in one deal.
Dude, he doesn't have to do anything ever again.
That's for like a 1 year deal. That's not even like...
Toss me this real quick. Toss me this line real quick. Yeah. So we asked for a lime at like 7 o'clock when we needed it for the drinks. Look what Zach brought in. A lime at 10 o'clock when we're almost halfway fucking done. Yep. I don't want it. No, I'm going to bite into this.
Well, our Coronas are pretty much up. So.
Yeah, it's already all over the iPad. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you missed them spilling the beer on everything. Oh, he saw it.
That's too funny. Too funny.
All right, and then...
well, no, the Joe Rogan thing, though, that's only going to be exclusively on Spotify. One thing I do want to say that I did see on Spotify, that 3P podcast they made, dude, I was fucking howling.
Yeah, dude. Go check them out on Spotify.
I didn't even watch it yet.
3P podcast.
You listen. It's a listen. It's audio. But
it's audio?
It's all on Spotify.
Bro, it's the funniest.
How do you get it on Spotify?
They probably got a producer that has a...
It's easy to go on Spotify. Yeah, we should be doing it with
we should be on Apple.
We're already on 8 other things.
Are we on iTunes yet?
We can be.
No, but I think that's
we need to be on iTunes. I don't give a shit if it's hard work or soft work or...
Yeah, we know how to do it. We'll get this up on the...
I love iTunes. Go check out the 3P
Shout out Apple. Shout out Steel City Harley Davidson.
Shout out 3P Podcast. I wasn't even reading from the news, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out Seth Gossick's Moving Company. Shout out
All In Moving.
Corona. Shout out
COVID-19.
Shout out Lamp. Shout out Carpet. I love Lamp.
Rick, are you just pointing at things in the office and saying that you love them?
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp.
I love Lamp.
I love Carpet. But no, something on the world news list, I was reading from the random topics, is the Butler Fair. So the big Butler Fair that opens in Butler County every year is canceled for the first time since the Civil War.
That's crazy.
It's been running that long, and it's been shut down for the first year ever since the Civil War.
That's been together since 1860.
Turns green?
They are green. They just turned green today.
Yeah, so what? I mean,
it was canceled, though. They still canceled it.
I think it'd probably have someone with some authority.
You know what? I have been to the Butler Fair one time, and I watched Jerks Bentley there, I think.
That's the Butler Fair?
Yeah, the Butler Fair. He was at the Butler Fair. Wow. I went there with my
grandma. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I think
Do you think they reopened?
No, I went to Elwood City.
Do you think you and Parkland? That's a good one.
They're not going to reopen, though. They already made their statement that they were closing this year. It's going to stay.
I mean, like, what about, is the Chippewa Festival going to be closed? What about,
I don't know. I haven't heard about anyone else besides the Butler Fair because it's the oldest running one. Like, the Civil War, bro. That's crazy.
Here's my thing about it, dude, is like, I feel like a lot of people are starting to care a lot less about this whole social distancing thing and whatnot. Because, like, you look, as the days have went on, more and more people have been out and about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Governor Wolf also mentioned that we won't open fully until there's a vaccine out.
I mean,
every normal life won't return to normal until there's a vaccine.
It was going to bankrupt the state. You know what I mean? How long can people really be on insurance for and everything like that? You know
listen to this. I saw someone on Facebook that I know. They tried to call and make dinner reservations at an Ohio restaurant, and all of them were booked from today up through Memorial Day for all time slots. They're literally all booked.
So
All Ohio business. PA business still shut down. Ohio, they're just thriving. Their economy's booming again. Like,
yeah, but their economy's technically our economy.
yeah, I know, but I'm saying like just for the state. Like Ohio's doing way
we're not
better
getting
than
shit
we
from
are.
a state
What are you doing at that
standpoint.
It's kind of
Cut this line up.
Oh, okay.
I have a half drink Corona. Oh, we got more, don't we?
Yeah, we can get drunk, I guess.
I'm ready to get drunk. Does anyone do a shot of
Yeah,
tequila?
let's do a shot of tequila. I didn't even have one in the beginning.
Okay,
Yeah,
boys.
social distancing, safe.
Where's that tequila from?
That is from Danny over in Mexico.
Danny
No,
from
Mexico. He's from California. But the tequila's from Mexico, he says. Some fire shit. We're gonna cut up the lime here too. I guess I gotta take a nip.
I know you went to Gentino that video. And for all
But
everyone
I don't
watching,
think we're gonna show it.
I'll take a little.
You want to?
it's up
You
to
can
you,
show
buddy.
it.
It's your
I want to
topic.
show you the future of gaming. Are you interested in that? Or the
Mhm.
viewers interested
I
in
do
that?
wanna
We
see
can
it.
we can show a little bit on the screen. I don't know how much we can because of copyright issues, but I'll link it in the description. The PS5 Unreal Engine tech demo. This
Let's
is
do it.
Let me
crazy.
see
I'll
this.
even share it in the live. But hold on, let me share it real quick and then we'll put it up live for here. But look at how crazy these graphics look. Like,
Holy
this is
shit.
literally a Tomb Raider video game. It's not Tomb Raider, but
Show me your titties, bitch.
Let me see how real that pussy looks.
bro, imagine what porn is gonna look like when it's this high def. And
Bro, I'm not
look
gonna
at
need a
how
woman
far he's
anymore.
zooming in the rocks.
Oh my god, that's wild.
That
That
looks like
is-
a fucking
Real life.
High res.
archaeologist
Yeah, that
just like
looks like
dusted
real.
off
That
rocks. Like,
looks-
If you took a
crazy.
picture of that and put it up next to real rocks, I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It is literally.
how much do you think these
insane
guys get paid to do this type of shit?
to make these games?
Yeah,
Probably about 80K average. I
they
don't
probably
know.
get more than that.
A
80K?
graphics designer.
They probably get a little bit of commission too off of how much they
I mean,
sell.
if it's like something this good, it's probably like the main guy's making a lot more than he's a bunch of workers
It's a-
making like 80K.
the creators probably make a lot of.
It's a
fucking money.
huge team that puts this together. Though. It's not
Probably
just
make
one guy.
royalties. They probably make a lot of royalties.
Yeah, but they all have a boss, and that
Yeah.
boss probably makes a lot of
Oh
money.
yeah, the boss makes a lot probably, but I mean each like developer
But look at
probably
the
makes.
bugs.
Wow, holy shit.
This is crazy.
Imagine if you traveled
Yeah,
back
it's
in time
really
and showed
cool.
this to somebody. They would think they were watching like. I don't even know. I
Yeah,
don't even
they
know.
wouldn't even know what to say. This isn't even real life.
She got
This is a
an orb
video
in her
game.
goddamn
That looks like
hand.
real life.
That's pretty wild.
But no, look how far you can see too. Like how far this bitch just sees.
Oh my god.
All in high def. I'm not even on 1080p. This is on 480p. Look at it in 4K. I'll just put it on real quick. I'm sorry
Oh my
I
God.
haven't had it on 4K. It might lag a little, but that is crystal clear laggy mess.
Wow.
But you can
But
even
it's
see
still
all the look at that. Like, you
incredible
can see the
detail.
petals fall, like pebbles falling.
Dude,
and
that's
whatnot.
insane. Looks like a real movie.
Exactly. It looks like you're playing a movie. But
Yeah,
that's
playing a movie.
that's the future of graphics, the future of AI, the future of porn. Everything's just gonna be too crazy. In
So
the
when
future.
will like the new PlayStations and stuff actually come out?
I think like 2021, right?
No, this winter.
This Black Friday?
What about the new
They're gonna be
Xbox?
$7,000.
Same thing. The prices
For
haven't been
15
announced.
Oh,
$100,
I'm sure
you
they
can get a
fucking haven't
PS5.
because they're like afraid to announce like, yo, is this too much?
Yeah, probably. But
Pieces
you know
of
they
shit.
make a loss on all their consoles. Like when they sell a console at $500, they're taking a loss.
I'm sure they are because they're selling games at $100 a pop.
Yeah.
That's where they're making the money is the games. I think I heard of that.
Well, you
somewhere.
make me buy everything from a fucking membership.
Controllers,
monthly, like,
and
yeah,
parts,
suck my
headsets.
dick. You make a loss. There's no. I want to see it on.
Oh,
fucking
Sony's a
paper.
multi-fucking billion-dollar industry.
Yeah,
dude.
you're out of your mind. Take a loss. I'd like to see those numbers, please. But what it probably is like the man hours is where they probably lose the money at.
Yeah, the work
For the money they
You know who
paid
doesn't lose
somebody
money?
to do the work.
Yeah.
Steel City Harley Davidson's on top of that shit.
You know who puts in the work? Steel City Harley Davidson.
You know what I mean? Those guys
And
are
their
working.
sponsor.
Because of them, we don't have to work on this so much.
Exactly.
You know, what I mean? We don't have to put in the work to get the money. They're just giving us the money, and we're taking care of everything
And they're
else.
taking care of us, and we're taking care
We
of them.
appreciate the love.
Yep.
And we're gonna go meet
Baby.
Michael Vick on that bread, and then we're gonna do a bunch of crazy shit in Miami on that bread.
Yeah.
Who knows what we're gonna get into? Because we just got a camcorder. We're gonna be.
Vlogging.
the whole
We'll
Hopefully
be
thing.
broadcasting live on the boat.
We can start vlogging.
Who's David Dobrik?
David
Simple
Dobrik
as
is
that.
yeah, what? Way better than us. But no, we'll be vlogging our trips. Hopefully, we'll put it up on the.
Well, the
YouTube.
trip's happening
Oh, yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Well, we're working on that.
All right, that's what I wanted
No
to know.
bad news.
It might be a little bit later,
Mm,
but
okay.
that's not a bad thing. It just gives us more time to get our shit together.
Yeah, we'll
It
think
might be
about
like
it.
late
Like
June
I said,
instead.
but if you guys have man caves that you want us to come look at,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
guys
that
want us
gives
to
us
come
more time to
broadcast,
see what's going on. I think the one thing we're looking at now is getting a tattoo done. You're gonna get a tattoo with us, right?
Let's fucking do it. We
Sounds
signed
good.
up for
Has
this
no
shit
tattoos,
for the rest
right?
of our
You have
lives.
none?
Yeah.
I can't get
Your mother is going to kill you.
Yeah, dude. The man
Anyone need a
cave.
corona?
The man cave
I gotta get
tattoo.
a
We have
tattoo
crows
that I've
out
been
here,
thinking
but
about for a while first, and then I gotta get that tattoo. So it's not my first tattoo.
well, no, you can just get the little one.
Well,
with
the
us.
first one's for my aunt, so I gotta get that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna make your executive decision, and that's not gonna be your first one.
For his dad, bro.
Oh, T-Dog should go to
That's
hell.
gonna be your second one
You're ruthless.
after the Man Cave podcast one, because we're about to book this guy,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have 4
Tomorrow.
hours to do your aunt's tattoo.
What am I paying for it?
I mean, we don't have 4 hours to wait around
It's
for
only gonna be a
you.
little bit right here.
Well, what is it?
Speaking
It's
of
just a
that,
breast cancer awareness one. 'cause
Oh,
that's
well,
what she
yeah, I
got,
mean,
but with boxing
Why don't
gloves.
you just
it's
make me
you're
feel like
fighting.
shit?
hold on.
Oh,
Speaking
yeah.
of tattoos, you have none, right?
I'm naked.
What about you, T-Dog?
I got my arm done with
Want to go show the camera? or
Roberto
just from here? They
Clemente
might not
Bridge.
be able to see it from
Honestly,
that
well, they
mic.
can just see me in public at my tailgate.
Yeah, there you go.
I got the Roberto Clemente Bridge on my arm with the 3 logos of the 3 sports teams in Pittsburgh. On my left arm, I got a mountain of some mountain in Colorado because I'm always living Rocky Mountain High. I got my initials on the back of my biceps. I got a Batman tattoo on the back of my leg because my nickname was Batman when I was a kid.
Your nickname was T-Dog.
What else do I have? Do I have anything else?
I have a big smiley face on my ass cheek.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I have a tattoo on my penis. When I get an erection, it says "Welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day." no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's all my tats.
Gives me
And I
the
got a
whole
few.
sleeve.
Yeah, I almost got this whole sleeve done. I got a tiger here for my grandma, flower for her.
Where the tiger's
The
holding.
whole forearm done.
Because his grandma was a
Shoulder.
tiger.
She was a tiger.
Yeah.
She was a hard fighter. And then this dove here, this hourglass.
Do
And
the
then I
rose
got
colors
this-
have meaning?
Yeah, they're all for women in my family, like my mom's sisters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, it's all family.
I need to get a tattoo.
Oh, they can't even see it because of the white light.
That's alright.
Yeah, that's fine. See it in person at the tailgates,
Yeah,
where
there
I'll
we
be
go.
on my Steel City
Harley
Harley Davidson
Davidson.
motorcycle.
No, dude, I haven't gotten a tattoo.
What are
I
the
don't
top
know.
5? What are the top 5
You
to 10
decide.
things that are out of every state
What's the
Steeler
time on
fan should see visit when visiting in Pittsburgh? Okay, so he's asking what are the top 5
40.
things to do during while you're in Pittsburgh for a Steeler game.
Okay, well,
Okay.
honestly, the top 5 things to do when you're at Pittsburgh for a Steeler game? Tailgate.
Yeah, tailgate for sure.
Okay.
Visit the North Shore. Yeah.
I'll just run this down for you because I'm a tailgating
He's a
professional.
professional.
That's my job,
Yeah, why do you
LLC.
speak?
The
Hey,
whole
easy,
thing.
man. I'm there half the time. I'm just always fucked up.
So we're gonna base this off of weather. So if it's a cold weather game, best way is to find a parking lot with fire capability. So you can go find like a Carlos Sosa type guy. Shout out Jason Evans. But they allow fires in parking lots. So you can go to a parking lot,
Really?
sit in a fire. That's definitely one thing that I would want to do if I was at
We
a
did that
cold weather
before.
Pittsburgh game. We did it in the back of the
It was
Humane
by the
Society.
7-Eleven.
it
Yeah,
was by the
yeah.
Humane Society.
We were the only ones back there. We were free. What game was that?
Dude, I don't
It was
even
the last.
know.
It was fucking cold.
I think it was probably the Browns.
Yeah,
That was the last game of the
yeah,
season.
that's what it
It was
was.
probably the Browns.
Remember we went to that
If it's like a
Titans game?
rainy game, you're not sure what's going on. What I'd recommend, if it's like cold and rainy, I'd go park at Station Square. It's definitely something to check out there at Station Square.
Gateway Clipper.
Gateway Clipper, you can ride the Gateway Clipper over. You can literally park your car inside of Station Square's parking garage, so it's covered. Me and Alec actually sat there, played Madden inside of the thing.
Had a good old time.
Drank beers, relaxed. Then we went into the little mall there and ate some pizza, and then hopped on the Gateway Clipper to
Cheap too.
head to the game. Yeah, that was our little game plan there. You can go to a much
And then
nicer
if you're always
restaurant.
bored on Annecy, you can go to the Rivers Casino.
Yeah, I was about to say you're not really tailgating.
The
if you're not
casino is
hitting
always
the
a fun
casino.
place. I'm just not a big casino goer.
Nah,
Nah, let's not talk about losses here.
I would definitely check out the Permani Brothers on Southside. I would definitely check out. This is kind of a hidden place. Everybody goes to Southern Tier on the North Shore. That's a big brewery that everybody goes to.
Love McFadden's.
I love Southern Tier, but fuck it. Go to Grist House over in Millvale. It's about 10 minutes from North Shore. Not very far at all. They literally have the best beers I've ever had in my life.
See, I don't drink beer.
Never been there.
I mean, yeah, dude, but you get drunk off. It's like 8% beer, and it's delicious.
Like $16.
Yeah, it's like $6. It might be like $5 or $6.
Right.
But you figure it's literally the alcohol percentage of 2 beers. So, and they have food trucks that go there all the time. I would honestly skip Jerome Bettis Grill. Jerome Bettis Grill is kind of ass. It's Applebee's, right? Yeah. You can go to Applebee's, man. You want to go there? Go to Applebee's. A Slice on Broadway is not a bad pizza joint. It's not bad. It's right there on North Shore.
Wow. I do like, if you're gonna get seats though, I do like the Bud Light deck.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. I couldn't see shit.
Is good though.
Like if you get there early enough, I'd say go there.
All right. You guys.
But what else?
We got a couple more.
There's a lot of different stuff. We can even bring this up on our next subject.
We got a few minutes
left. Oh yeah, we got about 5 minutes.
Yeah, but we could bring this up even next. But I mean, I'm trying to think. So another thing I would always do, if you haven't been to the Carnegie Science Center while you're in Pittsburgh, I would definitely do that before a Steeler game. Not like right before, but like the day before, go check it out. The Heinz History Center is always dope. There's so much food to eat, I couldn't even name everything. Like you can go to the Carlos Pizza right in, it's not very far from Pittsburgh, it's in West Virginia, but I think that's like the original square slice with cold cheese on top. I think it's delicious. You go
downtown, get yourself a remaining sandwich, a capicola, fries, and an egg.
That's right there on Market Square. You can even go to a big thing there is Woolies Fish Market. You can go to some food there. Street food, honestly, over on like the whole Strip District is it's absolutely delicious.
Looking at party, Southside's a great time.
Southside's always a fun time.
Fatheads. Piss and shit. And probably see
the Sky Bar is nice. Is that where we went before the mimosas and shit? Sky Bar.
I usually don't remember my nice down there.
I mean, it's a great time everywhere. I'm trying to think. What else is in that? Condado's Tacos. That's a great place to go eat. A favorite place of Joe Hayden. His favorite place was Taco. It's spelled.
Here we are. Shout out Joe Hayden.
Shout out to Joe Hayden.
It's Tako, but that's right, like downtown.
Taco.
Yeah, it's like that's what I said. It's like Taco. Southern Tier got decent food. Tequila Cowboy actually got really good pregame food. That's it.
Just wait.
Yeah, I mean, Steeler game, you have to be down there early. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to check out. Honestly, no. Fuck that. Everything else, piss on everything. The best thing to go do before a Steeler game is to come to my tailgate with the Yinzer Mob. This tailgate is brought to you by Steel City Harley Davidson. And it's going to be fucking lit.
Brought to you by the podcast.
I hope I said fucking enough this entire YouTube channel that you little kids can't watch this podcast. That is the goal of this. I don't give a shit. Come see my tailgate.
Dude,
we party hard. Us, Yinzer Mob, there's a goddamn DJ with grills in.
We might even shoot a live podcast there.
I'm trying to. I'm going to open up a beer with my fucking eyeball.
Damn right.
Like, I'm going to learn how to do it. But it's going to be a blast.
Fuck!
Like, if Pittsburgh allows fans there, shit's going down.
Oh, we're going to go to war.
Because by now...
I'm going to an absolute clinic. Gizmo's going to hold me in the air as I do a fucking cake stand.
Bro, we should have been to 3 pirate tailgates by now.
Yeah.
At least 3. At least. We should have been on... Fuck, we could have been to almost every pirate game by now because they're $10 to get in. That's even on a high end.
We could be podcasting from the seats at the pirate game.
We're here live.
It's a shame.
It's a shame. It's a beautiful stadium.
Our podcast is more interesting than this Pirates baseball game.
We probably have more people in sports.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
There's a ton of cool shit to do at the pirate game. That's another cool thing to do.
North Shore's a good time, dude.
It's dirt cheap, man. You can go do illegal stuff on the boardwalk. You can smoke illegal stuff. Do that.
But no, that's Pittsburgh for you.
That's when I was in high school so many years ago before I had a career. But yeah, there's a fun. Speaking of the fun stuff, I'm discussing. It is decriminalized in Pittsburgh. Have a great time in Pittsburgh. Catch us
tailgate
on our live. I think the next episode we might try to do it in my man cave if it's all prepared and good to go.
Tell us what. I don't know. We'll save it for the. No, save it. Save it for.
I showed it on live to everybody else.
Okay, yeah. If you already.
I just got there's not really much to really say about what I got. I mean, I just got some new display cases. But I got a bunch of game use stuff. I just got Chuck Okorafor's game used helmet from 2018. I got a game used football from the Bengals game last year that there's a photo match with Duck throwing the ball. We got this cool Steel City Harley Davidson
T-shirts in the background.
T-shirts behind here. Top, I got a Devin Bush panoramic. You can't see right behind me.
Kevin Green.
I got a Mike Tomlin signed Super Bowl 43 banner.
There we go. We got the camera on.
Mike T actually drew a whole play on it. And it's got a whole COA to go with it, certificate of authenticity for those who aren't too hip to the memorabilia world. We got a 1970. This is the NFL 75 team. I'm not too familiar. I was probably a thought in my dad's nutsack at the time this picture was made. But we got Mike Webster on, Mel Blount, Joe Green, Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, Rod Woodson, all the greats from the NFL 75 team. We got Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd up top. I'm just
a bunch of shit we gotta go over in there though.
Yeah,
we're trying to build this thing up.
But yeah, that's gonna have to do it for this podcast. We're about 45 minutes.
It's not done.
Just
We'll wrap it up.
be.
Thanks a lot, Steel City Harley Davidson.
Thanks
a lot to all of our sponsors.
Thank you to fucking George Kirby for making the banner that we're gonna have here soon.
Yeah, we appreciate that, buddy.
Like I said, Gizmo, any words before we wrap it up?
No, I just want to tell everyone to tune in to the next podcast, possibly be in the Man Cave. Subscribe, hit that like button, the bell notification, everything on the YouTube. Go give our YouTube a follow, Instagram, follow the Facebook page. And yeah, thanks for all the support. We really appreciate it. Yeah.
Guys, 724.
Last thing to bring up real quick, we also have a training camp trip planned. This is already going on. We actually just got confirmation that Arthur Motes and Deke from the Arthur Motes Experience are going to be making a meet and greet visit with us at the Spring Hill Suites. There are still rooms available to book with us. You got to follow the group Mancave Memorabilia and More on Facebook.
Subscribe to the 724 Mancave podcast. There's
a link to book. There's going to be a free welcome party. The meet and greet's cheap. We're still working on prices, but I think it's going to be $25 for adults, $15 for kids.
Free for Steel City Harley Davidson riders.
Yeah. There's free shuttles back and forth. Honestly, if you buy a motorcycle from Steel City Harley Davidson, I'll give you an entire free trip to training camp. You won't have to pay for your room. You won't have to pay for the meet and greet to Arthur Motes.
It'll
be entirely free if you buy a motorcycle from Steel City Harley Davidson.
Mention the podcast.
Mention 724 Man Cave Podcast, and we will personally pay for your trip to Latrobe. So let us know. We'll give you gas money. We'll pay for your room. And
we'll suck your dick.
And the Arthur Motes experience with Deke will be free on us. So if you go and buy a motorcycle, if you already plan on buying one, fantastic. Go buy it from them and get yourself a free almost $1,000 vacation.
Yeah.
So get her done. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week with the 724 Man Cave Podcast brought to you by Steel City Harley Davidson. We appreciate y'all.
We love you.